I've got to have that big dick of yours. And this is where I want you to put it.
Do you want me to fuck you?
Full service, just like Susan.
Jerry!
Seinfuck.
So there's this video where this prostitute is like bound in latex, right?
Yeah.
Like everything is visible on her, except like she's got a ball gag or something, and she's standing in what looks like a tube of some kind.
It's like an Amazon it's about to be moved across the facility sort of like rig.
Yeah, it's a weird, super prosaic looking mechanical lift, and there's just this fat fucking guy, like he's balding on the couch.
He looks like reasonably normal. That's like the worst bit about it.
All right, send me the link to the video. I've never seen this. I'm gonna react.
Yeah, send Malcolm the link. He needs to see this.
You send him the link, dude.
I don't want to fucking find this. Hold on.
I'm the one who's reacting in real time to this.
This might be hard to find. Hold on.
You cowards! You cowards!
God damn it. I'm gonna have to find this.
He tells her something like, "I'm tired of your lip," and he like presses a button on a remote, and she sinks into his carpet, and all you can hear is like her moaning past like her distressed cries beneath the fucking ball gag. He just like throws a fucking piece of carpet over the circle that's now on his floor.
There's to Harper, and then there's to Malcolm. There he is.
Yeah, there he is.
My God.
Yeah. So it's not even. I remembered it for some reason as like an automatic rig, but it's literally just like a hole in the slab of his house.
It's so funny.
Where it's just like, oh no, it is automatic. Okay, so he is.
Yeah, no, it's machine.
Like he's got a remote control plane.
He does.
I'm watching it right now as we're talking. What the fuck am I watching? Like, what the fuck is
literally a dude putting a woman in latex and bondage into the floor of his home.
Like, this is like, this is some sort of furniture fetish or whatever. I don't even know.
It's abandonment play is what it is for her, but for him, it's like some sort of like power play.
Yeah, for him, it's Tuesday.
For him, it's Tuesday. It's him. Like, look at this normal fucking looking person.
He looks like a normal guy. He looks like one of my dad's friends.
Yeah, he looks like he owns a software company on the East fucking board somewhere, and then his like hobbies are golf.
Yeah, it's like he looks just like it's like, oh yeah, that's like someone from my high school's dad. Like, it just was one of those things where you're just like, oh yeah, he was an accountant, and then you're like, wait a minute. He's not an accountant. He has some website.
Yeah, his houseofgord.com.
Yeah, houseofgord.com, which I'm now like so curious as to what the fuck
I don't want to search it. But look at this dude. Look at this fucking fiend.
He's
Just
smiling.
has a fucking cover over the fucking automatic switch that puts the prostitute underneath his house. And then he lines it up the bit of carpet.
Yeah. I love how he has a bit of carpet just ready.
He puts that in. He's got the carpet perfectly like cut with an X-Acto knife.
Oh my! Oh, and he puts the furniture over.
He puts like fucking like just like ottoman over it, and like sits down and reads a fucking magazine.
Oh yeah, and he's got a little drink in his hand. He's like me, except for I don't have a torture basement.
Not a psychopath. Definitely not what they act like either.
I guess the thing is that. Like, what if you're like the actress in that? What would you rather do? A hard anal scene or that?
I want to say the hardcore anal scene because I think I have claustrophobia. Like, I don't like being like, no, it's not even claustrophobia. Like, it's not that narrow spaces are the things that get me. It's the not being able to move that really gets me. Like, if I'm fucking like, I've never been like tied up before since like, I was bullied and made to watch Weed Spin as a child.
So I went on incognito mode, obviously.
To the House of Gord.
It's a House of Gord. So just looking at the website, all the last videos are like from like 2017, but they're all remastered. They're all remastered. But there's one like I just scrolled down where this woman is like he's got a pickup truck in a field, and he's got this woman attached to some device at the front of the pickup truck, like but upside down, And then he's just driving around in circles in the fields. as
Oh
he's
my
screaming.
god.
That's so fucking baller. You don't gotta fucking ask me about that.
Have you it okay, it's the same dude. All right. So
It's the same dude. It's Gord. So the description of the video is in this installment of Naked Gord, she's naked. The actress comes all the way up from San Francisco, only to get strapped upside down onto the front of Gord's truck. And as if that's not enough, Gord then proceeds to go lead footing around the property, lawn and all, just to scare the girl. The bad news for this is that the actress loved it. Check out the photos and then watch the video to see how fast he goes.
look at this fucking psychopath with the woman chair.
The woman shit. Oh my god. Yeah, I feel like if you saw this at like the wrong age, it'd be like, "Oh, this is my kink." Like some people
Oh
have
yeah,
like,
this is who I am now.
yeah, some people, a lot of people have like foot fetish stuff. Like this is just like, "Hey, my girlfriend needs to be a chair, for me to be able to come."
Some 13-year-old is going to be listening to this part of the podcast and like just like look, like what are they talking about? Google it, and like there's going to be a switch in his brain that just flicks, and automatically he's going to be a degenerate for the rest of his life.
Is this Gorn the woman's name or the guy's name?
The Gord's the guy's name.
Gord's the guy. I just found out there's a whole series. There's a woman, an actress on this website, goes only by the name of Cunt Caddy.
Cunt Caddy.
Cunt
Is that a
Caddy.
bit like Cab Calloway? You know, she is a big band performer.
No, what it is that she's from what I've noticed, she's constantly. Well, you know what are those things that's like got two wheels and then like you can like lift like boxes and stuff on it? What's that? I'm
dolly.
blanking on it.
A
Yeah.
dolly?
So
Yeah.
basically, Cunt Caddy is this website's resident where she's constantly tied up to different dollies. Yeah, she's like a dolly, and it's like in the back of the pickup truck of of Gord's truck. There's like her in a like in a dolly going to like near a dock by the dirtiest pond I've ever seen in my life.
What would happen if she went in?
I live in the American Gardens building on West 81st Street on the 11th floor. My name is Gord. I'm 27 years old.
27? That man is.
I was gonna say 27's generous. That's like he looks like he's at minimum 48.
In the morning, if my face is a little puffy, I'll put an ice pack while my stomach crunches. I can do 1,000 now.
Are you just reading a green text?
After I remove the ice pack, I use a deep pore cleanser
Oh,
lotion.
god damn, it's American Psycho. God damn.
Damn you! I should have seen this coming. I am the American Psycho, said Gord, as he screamed into the mirror.
It's you! It's the American Psycho.
No, but there's another like series where he Gord takes Cunt Caddy to eat at Joe's place, which is like he's like clearly like to stay there in San Francisco, but it clearly looks like he's like in some small town. And he's just like got this girl all tied up in like latex and stuff on the dolly and just walking around this small town where I'm like, Jesus Christ. Like I could totally see how that was like a problem.
I mean, have you seen the BDSM chariot?
No, what the fuck's that?
It's literally just like the chair, the power, everything is just latex women all tied and bound together. And it's just a very, like Gord, just a very normal looking guy riding on this fucking literally a chariot made of women.
Oh my god.
I have a lot of problems.
Also, both of you sent me the same photo of Gord at the same time.
Of course. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's both of the chair one.
Oh yeah, here it is. I'll let me send it to both of you. This is just welcome to the BDSM hour of Seinfuck.
We're really putting the fuck in Seinfuck. What the fuck is this?
We're corrupting some poor child in the posthumous future.
The best way to describe this photo of Gord's in it. Gord is,
Gord, damn it is Gord.
Yeah, it is Gord. What did you think? It was not Gord?
I didn't know it was Gord when I was looking for it.
So Gord's a balding man in his like late 40s, early 50s, who wears like just like old like dad jeans and like clearly like probably a Costco t-shirt that he put.
Your dad at Costco? That's Gord.
Yeah. He's just like, you were like, yeah, what does he do? he runs a website, and don't ask any more questions.
He runs a software company.
Yeah, it's a software company. Yeah, I'm in software, and because it's like these like a lot of these videos seem like they were made in like the 2000s. Like people are like, oh, that's cool. I don't really know what that is. Like nowadays, people would be like, oh, what software company are you from? You're at. My son works at Google, and you're like, don't ask more questions.
Yeah, I can't talk about it for legal reasons. Like
Not even legal reasons, more for like you're gonna judge me, and I don't want to be.
My stepson is a programmer on the Lambda project. I can't talk about it too much.
God damn it. But yeah, no. In this photo that Robert sent me, it's the best
Why
way
do
to
you have to
describe
say
it
it like that Robert sent me, as if I'm this all-powerful pervert?
This is from Robert's personal collection.
Yeah, that Robert found on Google.com.
Okay, thank you.
It was already in his history.
Where he intentionally saw it out.
Yeah. I knew exactly where to look for this.
He just did the arrow keys on his history, and it was like the third one down. But yeah, basically, it's these two women. There's three women in total, but two of the women are like dressed in these like red like latex suits. One's like got the splits going, and she's got two wheels attached to her. The other woman is like is on her.
I feel like they got enough of a picture where I say it's a literal chariot made out of women.
And then this woman, Gord's sitting on her, and then there's a third woman in like a spiked latex outfit with like a ball gag in her mouth, and she's got ropes attached to her, and she's the horse.
Yeah, it's literally a chariot made out of women.
And he appears to be on a road in like, in some like just like rural small town community that's like maybe in the
He's
mountains.
like in Virginia right now at the fucking like just like a little outside the mom and pop like engineering store that's been there, or like the fucking hardware store that's been there.
I hate to break up this beautiful picture you two are painting. I just wanted to remind you real quick that you're going to get accused of hating women more times in your life than Gord will.
I mean, at least Gord's paying women to fuck.
I don't think he's paying. I think he's a cult of personality.
Yeah. Maybe our heroes shouldn't look like Gord. Our heroes shouldn't be a white man on a chariot.
Why does his race have to do something with it, Robert?
I don't know.
Why is the fact that he's white important?
On an unrelated note, what's your
let me just be Malcolm and change the topic real quick.
No. On an unrelated note, what's your address and your credit card information?
Yeah, what's your social?
Okay, so the last four of my social are 8137.
You don't mind to be charged $80 every 3 months, do you?
Every 3 months? That's like nothing. That's
That's perfect.
Anyways, yeah. Every month I'd probably start questioning it, but every 3 months.
Every 3 months, it's a discount. Just out of curiosity, I'm just throwing it out there.
I do want to point out that Gord also put someone to like one of those like bales that they make for like rolling up like hay, and then attached a woman to that like long ways, and then put her on a tractor.
What the fuck? That's not even furniture at this point. There's a whole section on this website about fornophilia, which is the art of human furniture, which is what an elegant way to describe this fetish.
Yeah. That's not a fetish. That's too specific at this point. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Sorry, I'm just like looking at like there's a whole Q&A to this about like there's a whole thing of just the third question on the frequently asked questions part of this website, which they do have that because I guess he gets a lot of those messages. It's like, how do I find such a woman to participate?
Pay them.
And then he just goes, you don't. They find you most of the time. Initially, you have to search out some so as to build a reputation for being honorable, safe, and respectful. And then submissive female sexual partners are not necessarily wimps and easy conquests in real life. I found the vast majority to be highly intelligent, self-assured, strong-willed, and very astute.
Oh yeah, because the House of Gord is really concerned about being canceled in 2022 Anno Domini.
Understandable.
This is a website that they've had a copyright running since 95.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, this man has built a reputation, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's like, now, it is on the website, though. I'm quoting the website. Is now finding and wooing such a woman may seem a tall order, but truth be known, it isn't. There are many pre-sculptured oh, that's a weird way of saying that. Sensuously animated female blocks of raw material that just love the idea of being sculpted by various forms of tight
Whoa,
bondage.
Lordy, that's how you know he wrote that. Like
Can you repeat
he
that
wrote
sentence?
that.
No, it's very important. Just say that sentence one more time. That was really
Yeah. Just slower, so like you really can get the rocks off.
Yeah, the sentence is there are many pre-sculpted, sensuously animated female blocks of raw material that just love the idea of being sculpted by various forms of tight bondage.
I hate that.
But I hate it vehemently.
I save you. That's why I took that second being like, what the fuck I'm about to read. And then the whole thing, it's just like often men just go blundering in with the assumption that what turns them on will surely turn the woman on. Well, sorry to disappoint you guys, but if she doesn't like bondage, the chances are she never will.
Hey, that's maybe a good
Okay,
piece of
yeah.
That's
advice.
actually like, yeah, like that's actually, you know what? It seems like Gord is into consent, and and I think like
I'm here for it.
I'm here for it, right? Like I was talking to someone, to a female friend, not too long ago, who will remain unnamed, and she was saying that like that she was watching a documentary on Ted Bundy, and she was like, "Yeah, I'd fuck him," and I'm like, "What?
What
You
the
can't."
fuck? Okay.
Local sex pot Ted Bundy, still slanging that D.
Do they realize that man, like, okay, so in high school, a little bit talking about this. In high school, I had to write a paper because my English teacher was the psychopath. I had to write a paper on serial killers. Everybody
With
had to in my
Miss
class.
M, if you will.
Yes, Miss M. I still talk to her. We talk actually quite often. She's really nice.
A neighbor of mine was saying the same thing to me the other day. She has fun names for everybody, so
Yeah.
Does she also want to fuck Ted Bundy?
probably.
No. She, I don't know if that's the case, but she made us do it, and
She made you fuck Ted Bundy. It's true.
no, she made us write.
Oh, that's
a
why he
paper.
loves. That's why he prefers the anal over the
Of
furniture.
course.
Oh my god. But like, I am like forever scarred by serial killers. I don't get the appeal of them. I don't want to think about them. Any single like thing, because I already had like my fill of them in high school because my fucking teacher had made us write about them.
Yeah, just out of curiosity, do you guys are you upset or glad that Ted Kaczynski was right?
What do you mean? Oh, shut! Like, God damn.
You know that if Ted Kaczynski hadn't been like the Unabomber and he just like wrote books and was just like, oh, he would have been 100%. He'd been a guest on the Joe Rogan Experience by now, right?
Yeah,
Like,
100%. Yeah.
he would have been a recurring guest.
He still might be a guest.
No, he'd be a guest at CPAC right now.
Ted Kaczynski walks so Lex Friedman can run. That's yeah. He would Ted Kaczynski right now would be part of the intellectual dark web.
No, I don't think that he's already like there as a foundational kind of guy.
I mean, here's the thing: if Joe Rogan had any actual like power, he'd be like going to the petition to the U.S. government right now, being like, "Hey, I need to get into ADX Florence because I got to interview Ted Kaczynski. So one time he's like, I'm gonna go to Colorado and I'm gonna go interview this guy."
Imagine Joe on the fucking podcast. He's like, "So yeah, I was listening to your story. I read your book, and there's this part where you talk about shooting at airplanes as they pass over your house. Did you ever expect to hit those?"
Yeah. Anyways, have you ever eaten elk meat before?
Have you ever tripped on DMT, bud?
Jeez.
Do they?
That's the podcast. That's literally.
Yeah. Do you want to? Yeah. Let's have some scotch and smoke some weed and like.
Hey, pull up that picture of that fucking monkey eating another monkey. That's crazy.
Have you ever heard about North Sentinel Island? Like the last untouched civilization on Earth, right? That's pretty crazy, man. There's that missionary. He totally deserves to die.
That missionary got fucking like filled with arrows. Oh my god.
Ted Kaczynski's just fed up and just whips his cock out and starts masturbating.
Yeah, they're like, it's like, oh yeah, Ted Kaczynski has lost his mind because he's been in solitary confinement for like 25 years.
You know what the worst part of all that is that he was getting psychologically evaluated in like 2013 because his original conviction was like, yeah, he's a paranoid schizophrenic. He's a danger to society. And then he was evaluated in 2011 or 13 or something. They were just like, yeah, that was a completely political evaluation. You're fine.
What do mean political evaluation?
It's on the wiki. Go look it up, man.
Okay. Well, he's 80. Oh my god.
Yeah, he's still alive. There's like several. You know who's also still alive that we like? I think everyone forgets. Is still just like somehow still alive is Mikhail Gorbachev.
Oh, that's awesome. Is he really?
Gorbachev is still alive?
Gorbachev is still alive. Everyone's like, you thought he would have been dead by
The
now.
giant ass liver spot man is still alive?
Yeah, that guy looks like he was dead back then.
Yeah, he's 91 years old.
Damn.
Holy moly, bro.
And he just lives in Russia still. Like he's just like, they don't touch him. Like they're just like, yeah, this guy's gonna like, just hang out in the old folks home.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, man, really? I didn't think he would be still alive.
Yeah, he was just literally quoted the other day being like that his life's work has been destroyed by Vladimir Putin.
And he lives in Russia and he said that? Fucking Christ.
He might not be in Russia anymore. He might be in like Latvia or something.
You know who else is still alive?
Noam Chomsky?
Stephen Paddock.
Stephen Paddock? Who's Stephen Paddock?
Anyway, so the whole point of this conversation was to get you to look at that video. There's tons of other like weird bondage videos out there.
Stephen Paddock, come on!
Who's Stephen Paddock? I'm so confused.
You bastard!
You can Google it. Yeah.
I'm like actually Googling it. I can't find shit.
Just look up Stephen Paddock.
I am. There's literally, it's like professional ice hockey player?
No.
Yeah, he was so good at that shit, dude.
Okay, spell his name because I'm like completely off on this fucking thing. Stephen with a V or a PH?
PH.
And then Paddock.
Two D's in Paddock.
Oh, okay. I was doing the CK. Stephen Paddock is American Mass. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. I knew a guy like that. He dropped $30,000 on blackjack at just a normal fucking night. And I'd get off of working food, like not just food prep, I guess, but like working in a kitchen at a Top Golf in fucking Arizona, right by the Talking Stick Resort.
Yeah, I would stop associating with that guy if I was you. You never know what's going to happen.
I don't like. I literally have no idea what happened to the man. But I'd get off at 2 a.m. Too late to drink, but just in time to smoke. And he would just be at the blackjack table. He would have dropped $30K at 1 a.m. And by the time I got in, he'd be down to like $8K. And it would just, oh my god, he was a weird fucking guy. But I never like paid for drinks while I was there, so long as they stayed past 6 a.m.
What's his name?
His name was Philip.
Ooh.
Philip.
Did you? I mean, the best way. What you should have done is if he makes that bet and he loses the 30K, is you have to immediately place another bet right after him, and then you will win. That's how that works. The only thing is once you win, you have to run from the casino because he may shoot you.
All I'm telling you is that, like, these people are all fine and good until you're watching them exchanging flash drives with other people. And at that point, it's like, I don't know you anymore, obviously.
I don't think I ever knew. I'm just curious at the point of like I mean, I knew nothing about the man. I literally just watched him play blackjack. But the point being is that like how like every single night I was there, he was dropping 30K. What did the dude do? Like I never even like understood.
Well, obviously, he made it back, and that's why he's a high roller. He's just spending and getting back.
Maybe I just wasn't there on the nights he made it back.
Yeah. You were asleep or something.
Yeah, maybe, or I just didn't work.
Of course.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, this is a down. This is a bummer.
Yeah.
The conversation more light when we were talking about Stephen Paddock.
Okay, a segment.
Yeah, it's time for our first segment, by the way.
Yeah.
I know. Probably Malcolm and I don't have anything prepared for the segment, but we're gonna.
I have something prepared.
Really? God damn it.
We can figure this out. I mean.
Well,
no, I don't have anything. I know Harper's been just anticipating to get us.
I have multiple segments worked out as it happens.
All right. Well, only do one per episode.
I understand.
Don't blow your load.
Yeah,
Jerry, he's blowing his load over.
Jerry, I blew my wad on nothing.
It's not cum if you hold it in.
And it's just semen. No,
it's just semen, Jerry. It's just a little bit of pre-cum, Jerry.
Jerry, there's
Jerry,
nothing.
it's clear. It's clear.
There's nothing viable there.
The only time this happens is when I have a finger up my ass, Jerry.
So she fingered your ass.
So she fingered your ass.
An ass fingerer.
Jerry, they fingering me, Jerry. Hold on, I gotta close my fucking window because
What's going on in there?
it's almost 10, and it's like that's when the sound fucking thing on my condo, or not what am I saying?
It's when all the hideous sounds of gay sex escape your apartment. No, I get it.
Yeah, it's the when people start calling the cops on you if you're too loud. Hold on.
for playing your rap music too loud.
Yes, exactly. Hold on, I'll sing while I go close it.
Excellent.
All right.
Well, Malcolm, I suppose you should take the first segment.
Oh, he's actually singing.
Yeah, that's
A line and road. You can run, but you cannot hide from the voice of a generation. Robert Delilah.
What a good year for the roses. That's it. That's all I got.
it's generational.
It's a good song. Look it up, you fucking millennial filth.
Generational talent.
Was that Elvis?
Well, I mean Elvis Costello, yes.
If I was gay.
No, it wasn't Elvis Costello originally, but he did a really good cover of Good Year for the Roses. Hold on. Who actually sang this? George Jones. It was George Jones, of course.
Ah, George Jones. Real person, George Jones.
Real individual who didn't die in like 2006.
It does sound like a fake name, actually.
It does, like, right? Yeah. I mean, he's just like a country singer. My grandpa loved him, so that's why I know about him. Okay, what's your segment there, Harper? Before we really, he died in 2013. Damn.
I regret to inform you, boys, it's time to play Guess That 4chan Board.
No,
Harper.
No.
It's all poll all the time. It's a fucking asshole screaming. No, it's all poll, and if it's not poll, it's someone who came from poll to go and post on another board.
Just as a quick disclaimer, none of the participants of this podcast browse or frequent 4chan. Isn't that right, fellas?
I don't believe you, Harper.
I mean, I can't speak for you, Harper, but I can speak for myself and say that I do not have a 4chan account, and I never.
There's no way. See, that's how you know. That's how you know.
Yeah. I also don't have a 4chan account.
No one has a 4chan account.
Yeah, he's just weaking loudly into the mic. He's just weaking loudly into the mic.
There is no such thing as a 4chan account, Malcolm.
Malcolm actually has the 4chan pass, so he doesn't have to type in the captcha.
Of course.
Pulling out.
Yeah. You guys are you're not on the dark web? You
right.
fucking boomers, you're not on the dark web?
No.
Shit posting about Hitler?
The game is easy. It works like this. If this segment doesn't get cut out.
Oh, it's going to. I'm sure.
Every board on 4chan starts with a combination of letters or a single letter to represent the board. I'm going to give you a board, and you're going to tell me what letter or combination of letters represents it.
Can't we just say like anime or TV or poll or whatnot?
I don't know. I've never been to those places.
Shut the fuck up. Go on. Okay. Let's fucking start this fucking game show. I had the game show last time. What's this one?
What letter represents anime cute?
Anime
Wait.
cute?
I thought the game was going to be you read a post
I can
on
do that
4chan
too. I can do
and
that
then
too,
you ask us where it came from, not what the actual initials of the board would be.
Well, that would be kind of hard to, because most of these boards are just like wallpaper boards that don't get any traffic.
Well, then just fuck, I don't know, man.
I mean, we can always go to my second idea.
Okay, let's go. Well, okay, do you really want to do this idea?
I mean, this is the one he led off with, so
that is
of course
true.
It does.
Yeah, but since you're being such a huge bitch for no reason, we can go to the next idea.
Let's do it. Anime cute board. It's /AC /
It's just you can just say the letter. That's the
AC.
Same.
It's the AC board.
Malcolm.
JC?
The answer is C. Simply C. There's no
So it's not
combination
anime
there.
cute, it's just cute.
Just anime/cute. Well, we'll
Oh,
take it down a notch. Video games.
It's VG.
just G.
It is V. Is in
Fuck.
Victor. Well, you're getting slaughtered, boys.
You're gonna have to get another segment.
Comics and cartoons.
Which one?
Comics
Comics
and
and cartoons.
cartoons. CNC.
No.
It's C.
No, you just had C is cute.
Wait, no, but that was anime okay. What's N? So just A.
It's
Comics.
CO co.
Oh, fuck off.
Okay, this is.
It's not going the way I wanted it.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll just move on to the next segment.
No, you got it. No, we're
We're
you made us
keeping
do
this in just to humiliate you.
Just so keep going.
Humiliate me.
Yeah,
Okay, here's one for you there,
humiliate
Harper. What is sexy, beautiful women?
What?
Yeah, the board sexy, beautiful women on 4chan. Come on, I know you can do this. No, don't you fucking look it up, you piece of shit.
Don't worry. He's just like rapidly typing. He's like, oh, don't worry about me.
It's S, right?
Do it. It is just S, you fucking cheater.
I didn't cheat.
You're a fucking cheater. Either you cheat or you're so used to being on that board that it's ingrained in your memory. No one can win.
Once again, I've never been on 4chan before in my life, so I don't really know what you're trying to prove.
Plot twist.
This
4chan forum doesn't actually exist because no women are on 4chan.
Well, I mean, it's people posting women.
Yeah. So we'll start with we'll cap it off. How about that? Just one more board here.
Oh, please, let's.
What is the board for alternative sexual lifestyles or gay people?
LGBT or LBGT or no? Fuck. LGBT has to be right.
GAY.
It is LGBT.
What?
I get.
I figured that was actually it, but
all right, that is the only one you guys have guessed so far correctly. So Robert wins the game.
Awesome,
Okay.
awesome. I'm not going to say this segment was worse than my porn parody segment.
Yeah,
congratulations. Your prize is a free 4chan account.
There is no such thing.
Congratulations, bro.
It's just useless.
Yeah.
Like everything else in life.
You get to make fun of for owning a 4chan pass.
There's no such thing as a 4chan pass, is there?
Moving on.
You just got wrecked.
Never been here, wouldn't know. Don't browse this website. Robert is an expert in everything 4chan, so I thought I would test his knowledge.
Yeah, this is definitely getting cut out.
Flying colors.
Well, since it's getting cut out, I should let everyone know that Robert was a key flag bearer in Charlottesville during the Unite the Right rally.
No, I wasn't. That is bullshit. That is not true.
Robert actually owned
I did not hit that woman with my car and blame it on someone.
No. He's right. He didn't hit that woman. He owned the Mustang, however, which is also
no one did it.
He thought he was going. Yeah, he went down that main street, but he just happened to be in the wrong town.
Yeah. I ran over another woman in Charlottesville, actually.
Robert was running down the streets.
She had minor injuries.
Robert was running down the streets with a big sign chasing after Antifa people, screaming, "You can't run! You can't hide! You will get a helicopter ride!"
You know too much about this. I will say that.
That was a classic alt-right chant. You just weren't paying attention.
It's only the you cannot replace this shit that I fucking remember. It was really
you are so full of it. That's not even like a. That was a really funny chant because
look into it, Harper. You're the only one who does that.
That is just gaslighting at its finest. I've never seen anyone lie so ironically. Anyway.
So back to women being held under the basement in Harper's place.
Back to Robert frequenting the handsome men board of 4chan and sharing favorite images with me.
I'm sorry, Harper. What does quenting mean?
What? What the fuck did you say to me? Robert sent me this picture earlier, Malcolm. I thought you'd have a look at it.
I've sent him all the pictures. I sent both of you all.
What the
pictures.
fuck is that picture?
Wait. What is
What?
it? Did I actually send it to you, or you fucking? God damn it! Harper, you piece of shit.
So
I did not send you that fucking picture.
Yeah,
for those of you at home, this is a large African American male with what appears to be Call of Duty copies under his saggy titties.
Each of his saggy titties and covering, the good bits, as it's colloquially known.
A copy of Blops over his block.
Yeah, they all appear to be from the Xbox 360 era.
That's a PS. That's a
There's Modern Warfare 2, no Russian.
It's fantastic. It is a great picture, Robert. I'll give you that.
Shut the fuck up. I really, this podcast is quickly turning into let's try to cancel each other, and I'm there for it.
You're there for it, yeah. You're like, I'll embrace it because there's nowhere but down from here.
Well, you told me that my segment's getting cut. I worked very hard on that segment.
Yeah, what a great segment.
It is a lot.
Great segment. I have one that I did spend a lot more time on.
We'll do that next week. We'll do that next episode.
I don't think you'll have to worry about that.
What does that mean? That sounds like a threat.
It does sound like a threat.
Not once I force the segment through in editing.
Don't worry, I'll put a segment out there. It'll just be me, Harper, talking for 45 minutes about frog.
When we're not on, like in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
He just hits the record button and it's just like, okay, everybody, here's what we need to do.
I'm just going to read the American Psycho intro monologue with different inflections.
Yeah, well, let's all do that now. We'll all do it.
No, I can't. I gotta go to the bathroom.
All right, you enjoy.
I will enjoy. You guys have to keep recording without me, though.
Yeah.
Talk the most shit about me, obviously.
Don't fall in.
I'll do my dramatic reading of American Psycho, as written by Mary Herron and Guinevere Turner, from the novel by Brett Ellis.
Yeah, I like this Malcolm kid. He's got supple hips. Let's hear your read, Malcolm.
I live in the American Gardens building on West 81st Street. My name is Patrick Bateman. I'm 27 years old. I believe in taking care of myself in a balanced diet and a rigorous exercise routine. In the morning, if my face is a little puffy, I'll put on an ice pack while doing my stomach crunches. I can do 1,000 now. After I remove the ice pack, I use a deep pore cleanser. In the shower, I use a water-activated gel cleanser. Then a honey almond body scrub. And on the face, exfoliating gel scrub. Then apply a herb mint facial mask, which I leave on for 10 minutes while I prepare the rest of my routine.
You know, Malcolm, just because Christian Bale played Batman does not mean he always talked like that.
I also use an aftershave lotion with a little or no alcohol, because alcohol dries out your space and makes you look a little older. Then moisturizer. Then an anti-aging eye balm, followed by a final moisturizing protective lotion. There is no idea of Patrick Bateman, some of the kind of abstraction, but there is no real me, only an entity, something illustrial. And though I can hide my cold gaze, and you can shake my hand and feel fresh gripping yours, and maybe you can even sense our lifestyles are probably comparable, I am simply not there.
Yeah, Robert getting ice from the freezer has totally killed that read.
Fuck you, Robert. No, just...
I live in the American Gardens building on West 81st Street on the 11th floor. My name is Patrick Bateman. I'm 27 years old, and I believe in taking care of myself. It's true. In a balanced diet, a rigorous exercise routine. Rigorous. Do you like rigors? So, I couldn't help but notice that even after pouring himself a stiff drink, Robert's not back.
He's not back. Well, we'll do another reading of the monologue as written by Mary Herron and Guinevere Turner from the novel by Bret Easton Ellis.
Yes, why not? Go ahead.
I live in the American Gardens building on West 81st Street. My name is Patrick Bateman. I'm 27 years old. I believe
He's
in
doing
taking care of myself in a
like a
balanced
Kentucky
diet
lawyer, like a
and
fucking
a
plantation
rigorous
or something.
exercise routine. In the morning, if my face is a little puffy, I'll put on an ice pack while doing my stomach crunches.
He's
I can
determined to
do
ruin the Reeds.
1,000 now. After I remove the ice pack, I use a deep pore cleanser lotion. In the shower, I use a water-activated gel cleanser, then a honey almond body scrub, and on the face, an exfoliating gel scrub. Then, an herb mint facial mask, which I leave on for 10 minutes while I prepare the rest of my routine. I always use an aftershave lotion with little or no alcohol because alcohol dries your face out and makes you look older. Then moisturizer, then an anti-aging eye balm, followed by a final moisturizing protective lotion.
Oh, we're actually doing the bit.
There is an idea of a Patrick Bateman, some kind of abstraction, but there is no real me, only an entity, something of an illustration. And though I can hide my gold gaze, and you can shake my hand and feel flesh gripping yours, and maybe, just maybe, you can even sense our lifestyles are probably comparable, I am simply not there. Now fetch me some peach tea, bitch. So, anyways, I gotta do a third read of this.
No, dear God.
I thought we would revisit a topic that we were very comfortable in talking the other day. Terrible stand-up. And
Oh, God damn. No, you know what? No, I've got a segment. How about that?
Well,
I've got a segment.
well, all right.
Okay, guys. My question is, this is the story time for all of us. What is the worst cocktail experience you've had in your life, and then the events that directly not preceded it, postceded it, followed it? I want to talk about the time that someone handed you a drink, said what it was, or promised you whatever, and then immediately after, the hell that was wrought from it. Go. Harper,
Ooh.
I give it to you.
On my 21st or 22nd birthday, I can't remember because the drink was very stiff. My friend gave me what looked like a glass of Coca-Cola without ice in it. It was just like a solid jet black liquid. And he's just like, just drink it. And I was just like, well, what is this, Coke? And I take a sip, and it's probably the worst thing I've ever tasted in my life. And he's like, it's a Four Horsemen, but it's like a Four Horsemen that's like in a very tall glass. And it's filled to the brim. So I downed the entire Four Horsemen, and I do not remember anything else from that night. I think I somehow managed to get myself to the side of the bar and puked all over the side of the bar, like hitting the broadside of it, you know?
For context, Four Horsemen is Jim Beam, Irish Whiskey, Johnny Walker, and Jack Daniels.
Oh my God.
They say it's everything in the bar that starts with J.
Yeah, sometimes they're nice and put a little Coke in it, but other times it's just literally just
They were
fucking
not nice.
straight.
They were not nice on my birthday. And I think I remember singing very poorly Needles by System of a Down.
Jesus. What
That's
was
not even. Yeah. That's-
Karaoke.
what bar was this at?
That's to remain undisclosed, protect my identity and the identity of others. One of the other things that happened that night is I think I had a friend there, and he spilled his drink at the big table we were all sitting at. And I was just like, "Oh, what did that guy move? Fucking klutz," you know?
Hmm.
And he grabs me by the shirt. He's like, "Hey, you don't come here all the time. This is my bar. Show a little respect." And I made little kissy faces at him because he was thinner than me and I could eat him. And I was just like, "What do you want to do? You want a hug?" You know? And he
Yeah.
hugged me
Mm.
because I'm a huge fucking fat guy. And he fucking
And what is he gonna do?
was a little coked up boy. The Four Horsemen is such a mistake for two reasons. One, I had been drinking that entire night, shot after shot, without reproach. And two, I don't remember how I got home. I think someone drove me. I hope someone.
No, I know exactly who drove you.
I like how this segment is just Robert goading Harper into just telling the story. And anytime Harper is like, I don't know if I want to say this detail, Robert's like, well, I remember it this way.
I know exactly. Brett drove you home.
6 North Monte Cristo.
Yeah, living there at fucking East Village Drive.
Your dad's Dolph Hanser.
Yeah, no, Brett drove you home. You literally like were laid down in the back of his pickup.
I don't remember that at all. Well, my car was in the driveway somehow. I had my keys. I think I drove myself home, but
No, you didn't. No, you fucking
Oh.
didn't.
well, it was great.
A little bit of a tangent. This was when Sheriff Joe was still a thing.
I mean, he's back, isn't he? Didn't he get pardoned?
Well, he failed. He had a failed Senate bill bid. One of the big
He lost to the Music Man's arch rival, Tommy Tuberville.
Did he? I thought he ran for Senate and lost against what's his name, the
He
astronaut.
lost to the astronaut.
No, Tommy Tuberville has the most ridiculous name of a politician that I've seen in a long time. Even though I know he's like a football guy and a Republican. So
okay, so for a very long stretch of my like post high school days, I thought I was too stupid to go to college. And I fucking I was working construction during the day and was working bars at night or bar restaurants, whatever. And one of the things that I had like a beat up fucking work truck. It's like just a little white Ford Ranger, which is Tommy the White Ranger, like from fucking Power Rangers. And the only time I ever got pulled over was in that fucking truck, because I know for a goddamn fact, every single time I'd either have to fucking drive to Harper's house or anybody else's house in Cave Creek, the cops were just like, oh, look, work truck. They're probably Mexicans inside. Let's pull them over. And they were like, it was almost like a magic. They're like, oh, he's white. Let's get back in the car.
Well, I've never had an encounter with racist police, so I just don't believe they exist.
Oh, yeah. the typical white American.
Look, have you been to Saturn?
No.
Does it exist?
Yes.
How do you know?
Because I can look at it in a telescope and have done so before.
But you've never been there.
Yeah, but that's not how that works. Like,
I
do you
can look at the
don't
fucking-
believe that,
I
like,
can look at a map of Middle Earth, and I've never been there, and I know it doesn't exist.
yeah, but a telescope is really different than a theoretical map. Like, sure, I have more belief that Saturn exists than Brazil because I can see Saturn.
This is the stupidest conversation I've ever had in my life.
yeah, what is it? It's they say men are from Mars and women are from Venus, and what do they say? Dumbos are from Saturn.
Yeah,
Yeah. This bit's going so great.
this
So
is
anyways,
You're just
I gotta do my
making it
third-
worse.
I will. Yeah. I mean,
Okay,
it makes me
Malcolm.
think of a saying. It just makes me think of a saying I once heard from an old guy. And he goes, I lived in the American Gardens building on West 81st Street. My name is Patrick Maven. I'm 27 years old. I believe in cake and cow.
Oh, we're keeping all of them.
And a balanced diet and a rigorous exercise routine. In the morning, if my face is a little puffy,
You gotta
I'll
stop.
put on an ice pack while doing my stomach punching. I can do 1,000 now. After I remove the ice pack, I use a deep pore cleanser lotion. In the shower, I use a water-activated gel cleanser. Then a honey almond butter.
Okay,
Alright.
okay.
And
We
on
gotta
the
stop. We
face,
gotta
an
stop.
exfoliating gel scrub. Then apply an herb
Stop.
mint facial
Yeah,
mask,
yeah,
which
yeah,
I
yeah.
leave on for 10 minutes while I prepare the rest of my routine. I'm losing the voice. And I always use an aftershave lotion with little or no alcohol, because alcohol dries your face and makes you look older.
Just let him burn.
Older! Then moisturizer, then an anti-aging eye balm, followed by a final moisturizing protective lotion. There is an idea of a
Oh,
Patrick
Patrick Bateman.
Bateman.
Some kind of abstraction.
Some
But there
kind
is
of
no
abstraction.
real me, only an entity.
But there
Something
is
illusory.
no real me, only an entity, something
Gotta wait
illusory.
for him to catch up.
And then I can hide my cold gaze, and you can shake my head and feel flesh gripping yours. And maybe you can even sense our lifestyles are probably comparable. I am simply not there.
No, I simply am not there. You gotta get
I
it right.
simply am not there, Robert.
Yeah. Simply, yes. Very simply.
I simply am not there.
Let's hear yours, Malcolm.
Yeah.
Let's hear
What's your
cocktail
story? What's your cocktail nightmare story?
So you got the third one because of the nonsensical Saturn conversation that happened.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
So my cocktail story, I don't know if it's like a cocktail story more that I remember being at this house party with a bunch of my friends. It was like around Christmas time. We were just like all hanging out. It was like this house party. It was like in college. Probably was like 22, 21, and I'm like we're just drinking, and at some point there's like this cup appears, and the best way I can describe it is like it was like basically like an alcoholic jungle juice where people like had just been pouring like like the end bits of bottles, like people just have like a bottle but it would be just a little less of a shot. They were pouring it into this like
Is there such a thing as non-alcoholic jungle juice?
yeah, I mean that would be like if you get like you one of those like soda dispensing machines and you just go and you just like get a flavor of each. I feel like that would be.
That's called a suicide.
Is that? Oh, that's what we call it up here. That's jungle juice as well.
Mr. Canadian up there.
Yeah.
We don't want to kill ourselves, so we don't call it that.
Yeah,
we don't, America, motherfucker. We want to die.
Don't make me do another one of those readings.
Okay. So someone hands you a suicide / jungle juice.
Yeah, any alcoholic one. This is all alcoholic. And like it probably like had a mix of like a lot of vodka, probably a little bit of beer was in there. I think there was some tequila. There's like something else. Like it was just like there's some sort of thing. At this point I'd been drinking a lot. I had a bunch of beers. I had a bunch of shots. Like I got to a point where I remember like the only thing is I don't remember doing this, but I remember like someone told me this afterwards is that at this point, and this kind of relates to earlier in the podcast where we talked about Ted Kaczynski. I happen to be like I went down this rabbit hole around that time of looking up ADX Florence, which is like the high security prison in the U.S. that like holds all like the toughest fattest criminals, and I was just like, man, it's so weird, like that seems like hell. Like that would be such hell. And like people will be like,
is that where Ted Kaczynski is?
That's where Ted Kaczynski is. That's where Ted Kaczynski is. And I just like was going down. I was like, it was like Robert Hanson's there, and I like had this whole thing because I had just watched this. Like Robert Hanson, by the way, is a notorious. He was like a mole for Russia. He worked in like the CIA, and like basically he like caught a lot of spies killed and like families of spies killed. In the 80s and 90s. And I was just like, he's still alive. Like, it's like, why? It's torture. I don't know why. Like, this is also, so I was like going down this route and they're like, man, that sounds so depressing. Like, stop talking about this. You're only making me, you're bumming us out.
Hell yeah.
And so I got to the point where I was so drunk that, when you get so drunk that you're like, all of a sudden you're like, guys, I'm the most sober I've ever been in my life. Like I'm like
you unleash like the higher level of your mind that's reserved for when you're blackout drunk.
Exactly. So I'm like at this point, apparently I'm going around being like, and this is like as the party's wrapping up, and they're like, how are people gonna get home? Like the house was like by like not really close to a bus line. It was really late. It was like we're talking like 4 or 5 in the morning. At one point, my friend, there's a friend, there's a mutual friend that we have, who I won't name. He at some point.
No. Hold on. Excuse me just a moment. How come Malcolm doesn't have to name people that are very personal in his life?
Because I'm not as close to him, and there are more people to name that I wasn't a part of the story.
You have to say them, Malcolm. Dox them now.
It was
so my friend. Yeah, it was.
Pathetic.
And so he had locked himself in the bathroom at some point and couldn't get out. And he was puking all over the place. And people would be like, where did he go? And he's just like apparently like on the floor. And like he's just like
dying in the bathroom.
But I'm at this point, I'm like, I could clean up. And then my the two people who were hosting the party, my friends Andrew and Grace, they were the ones that like kind of like also they were sober and like trying to like clean stuff. And the whole time I just remember this where they're like, if you need to puke, like puke in the sink, like just puke in the sink. And I'm like, I'm great. I'm not even drunk. Like I'm not drunk. But I think at this point I must have been like I'm not even drunk. Like what are we talking about? Like I must have like
Give him
my
the
eyes must have,
keys.
yeah, just give me like just let me help out. And I'm like apparently like I was grabbing bottles and they'd be like, no, like give me the bottle. And I was this is like only happened to me this one time. So finally like they figure out that Matthew's in the bathroom. They get him to unlock it. You know, like there's a couple of other friends, and they go like they're like, you know what, we're gonna drive everyone home, like which is like a really nice thing. But the whole time they keep looking at me and they're like, Malcolm, if you vomit in this car, like you're gonna have to clean this up. Like you're gonna have to clean the car up. And I'm like, guys, I'm not gonna throw up. I'm killing the game right now. Like I'm doing better than I've ever felt. Like I was like, I felt like I was in Trump mode of just being like, I've never. This is the best I've ever felt in my life. I could run a marathon. Like I could do like anything right now.
And let me guess, they drove 5 minutes and then you puked.
No. So I'm also the left for one who lives the furthest away at this point. They live like in like kind of the west end of Vancouver. I'm in like the east side, and so they're dropping everyone else home. They drop Matthew home. They drop a couple of other friends home. And I'm there. They're like, I'm the last one, and I would distinctly remember this, like in being in the car. And you know how like in movies there's like car sequences, and like the outside of the glass is kind of blurry because they're like trying to mimic like a car moving, but they're like clearly on a sound screen or on a sound stage. That was what I saw looking out the window. Like I couldn't differentiate anything. Like I was just like, whoa, like I'm in a movie right now. And the whole time they're like, you better not vomit in here. You better not vomit in here. Like if you do, you're paying for the detailing. I'm like, I'm not vomit. I'm better than ever. They finally dropped me off at my apartment building. And I get up, I'm like, hey man, I'm doing great. You know, they're like, all right, like, you know, they're like, we're gonna watch you get into your place so we know you're not gonna like die. And I walk up the small steps. There's a potted plant next to it. And then I don't remember this, but they told me this. I apparently immediately looked at the plant and just projectile vomited. Like,
Into the
plant. I didn't even like bend down. Like it was just like, blah, like just like a stream.
There's an arc to it and everything.
Yeah, like the arc of it. It was just like that. I was like, holy shit. It was apparently the response. And then afterwards, I was like, they're like, are you doing okay? And I'm like, never been better. Like I'm like, I got the demons out. And then I guess I went up into my apartment, and then I passed out, and then I woke up the next day feeling like death. And then it gets like, I never really, like I was a late bloomer for drinking, and I'd never been like that hungover. And my grandmother called me, and then she called me and she's just like, hey, I just wanted to see how you're doing. And then I'm like, I feel like I'm dying. I think I need to go to the hospital. Like and she's like, what did you do last night? And she's like, I was like, I went to a party. And she's like, you're just hungover, get some Gatorade. Yeah, so then I had that moment with my grandmother.
See, if it was my grandma, she would literally have called the police.
Yeah, no, but the other thing was apparent. So one other thing, I guess this is also what happened. I discovered I was in the I went into the bathroom, and I found I think at some point also before I went to sleep, I went into the shower. Not a lot of people know this. I went into the shower, and I don't remember this. I must have showered with my clothes on because I like looked in the shower, and my clothes, like my jeans and my shirt that I had been wearing, are just covered in soap, and they're soaking wet, and they're just in the tub.
Wait, you came home and then showered in your clothes.
Yeah.
I thought you did it at the party for a second. I'm just like, soaking it wet in the car.
No. Matthew was in the bathroom, so I couldn't do it at that point. Thankfully, but yeah, no. Afterwards, it was I had the clothes, and then because I woke up, and I don't usually sleep naked, but I woke up naked, so I was like, what the fuck?
Oh, buddy.
But the other which is not as bad as the other time where I blacked out. This is a few years ago, and I woke up, and I was like, man, I'm not really feeling well. I was like hungover, but then I saw that I guess I had a steak in my I had a steak in my fridge, and it turns out that when I was super wasted, I got home. I was like, I must have cooked the steak, but I seasoned the steak only in turmeric. It was a turmeric like steak. Like it was a fucking. It was like a good sized steak that was fucking covered in turmeric.
Oh, you're just wasting like a fucking $20 steak, just fucking cooking it in turmeric.
Yeah, because I was like because I woke up with like orange on my hands. I was like, what the fuck is this? And then I looked in the kitchen, and it was just like turmeric was just covered. Like it was just like, it was
buddy.
like, because I have a Costco sized container of turmeric for some reason. It was just like all over the kitchen, and like this half-eaten steak where I must have taken a few bites and then been like, no, I can't eat this.
You're just you're standing naked in your kitchen at like 4 a.m. just eating a turmeric covered steak.
Yeah, that was a bad moment. That was like, after that I didn't drink for like 2 or 3 months. I was like, I can't do that. I gotta take a break.
Oh my
Uh,
god. I've taken a month long break
maybe not
before.
2 or 3 months, but it was definitely like at least 1 month,
I've
maybe
got
a
a lot
little
of
longer.
respect for my dad. Like it's one of those things where like my mom will get mad at him for drinking a shit ton in like one spurt, and then he'll be like, it's just like, no, I don't have a problem. See, I'm not gonna drink for a month, and he does it. He doesn't drink for a month. And then he's just like, it's just like, see, I don't have a problem. Then immediately afterwards, like he and I will have a beer, and he's just like, that was the worst fucking month I've had in years. And I was just like, oh, Dad.
I want to change my answer real quick. Actually, I had a one time where there was in fact jungle juice involved
Oh
at a
God, here we
Halloween
go.
party at my friend's house.
See, I wasn't here for this one.
I want to, before you say your story, the one other thing is with the turmeric steak story. The reason I was out partying, it was I went to a Juneteenth party, and then I got home and I apparently made this turmeric.
Celebrating
Juneteenth
Juneteenth
party.
in Canada.
In Canada.
Yeah,
In
Yeah.
Canada, the place where slavery wasn't really a thing.
yeah. It's more of a solidarity for.
I mean, yeah, you
For
guys
who?
do
For who?
respect him more than we do down here.
Just don't ask us about our school system.
Yeah. Don't ask about our residential schools, or what are they
Don't
called?
Don't ask
Shut up!
about hospitals in Quebec.
Shut the fuck up! We're not throwing babies in furnaces. What the fuck are you talking about?
That was like 40 years ago. Okay.
We're gonna go in Canada for the Juneteenth party. You are
There's
a
a- there-
fucking demon, Harper.
Well, this was the Juneteenth party that happened weeks after George Floyd.
Oh no! As you know, as black people are systematically oppressed in the United States, Malcolm is up in Canada turning it up.
Turn it up.
In fairness,
taking a-
I was at a party, with all my black friends. So.
No, it's fine. We're trying to cancel you. You
Oh.
shut up. So
Oh,
Malcolm,
Lord.
Oh my God.
obviously, a misunderstanding the entire racial justice movement is getting fucked up on the 4th of July and eating turmeric steak. Well, we good Americans down here are accepting and understanding the movement.
What were you doing on Juneteenth?
I was getting fucked up. Just a quick reminder that the last slaves were freed in America in 1978.
No.
What?
Oh, it's a
No.
thing. It's a thing. Look it
No,
up.
it's
Look
not
it up.
true.
Look it up.
I'm not gonna look it up. It's stupid.
There were like, basically like the equivalent of what are they called? Why can't it Amish people. But like think of southern, like really backwater Amish that still had slaves.
Well, that's not my problem.
That's a bit of American history that is not fun.
There's tons of history all over the place. It's not fun.
They actually made a movie about it just recently, actually. What was that movie?
It was
Is it-
called Lone Buck, the Stephen Paddock story.
It was called Alice, right? Alice movie.
I don't know, dude.
I thought Alice, that was like a village type thing, but I haven't seen Alice yet.
No, it wasn't 1978. It was 1973.
Robert goes out of his way to check out Sundance every year.
So it was based off like a movie, like the movie itself is based off real life happenings of the fact that like people were lying about the year and shit, and I go on.
Oh yeah, it's based on the story of May Louise.
May Louise Miller, who escaped from slavery in 1961. America.
What a bummer. Do you want me to I can spice things up again. I live in
God dare you not fucking do the flowing.
No,
Okay,
no.
so
I did the rule of threes.
Okay, of course. Harper, what was your addendum to your own story?
I got drunk off jungle juice and jello shots and gummy worms that were soaked in vodka and blue moon and full moon and just like every conceivable kind of liquor possible, and took a huge rip out of a vortex bong, and like just did a whole bunch of like alcohol and smoked a whole bunch of weed. And I was like laying on the floor, super peaceful. And I'd never spun out before, but I was most certainly spinning out.
Oh yeah.
And I was in my head just like, well, this isn't good. I shouldn't feel dizzy when my eyes are closed. I should probably ask for help. And in my head, I was asking for help. In fact, I was screaming in my head for help.
But you were just fucking despondent.
But I was just laying there, and everyone else was just getting ready to crash on the floor or on a couch. And I turned onto my side. I finally opened my mouth to say help, but it went and like a pile of goo came out of my mouth.
Oh, buddy.
And like they had to grab me up by my arms and bring me outside where I start ralphing, you know?
Yeah.
And it's fucking thick and nasty because I hadn't drinking any actual liquids, just alcohol. And my friend has dogs, lots and lots of dogs, and they're coming up, and I can't stop them from eating my puke at this time
Oh, buddy.
because I have zero control of myself. And they're eating my puke and getting puked on, and a couple of them make it inside after being called. And my friend, Dan, puts his hands on one of the dogs and goes, "Ugh!" And I can like hear him while I'm ralphing, just like uncontrollably.
The dog's fucking like just covered
Yeah,
in
he
sick
put his
right
hand
now.
in sick. Yeah, and so they cart me out to a bench that's out there, and I'm just holding a fucking bucket the whole time, just like half falling asleep.
Oh,
It's
buddy.
probably like 3 a.m. and they're just like, "All right, Harper, let's go." I get in the car and I'm just like, "That was a fun party, guys. Thanks for taking me." I'm like completely sober.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
Oh god. Well, thank you guys. That was my segment. Unless you guys want to hear one of my stories.
I'll hear your story, Robert, on the condition that you listen to my bad stand up that I never got to tell from the first
Oh,
week.
that's right. We didn't get to do that. Okay. All right.
I'm gonna start, but I'm gonna start without you. So it goes like this, right? I work at a pet store, and there's all kinds of women there that are interested in equine pursuits, not like the pursuit of equine cock, just equine pursuits.
They're horse girls. Yeah.
They're horse girls. And one of them stops and looks at me
Are
and
they the
says,
horse girls from Gord's house?
"No, no, 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 no. These are just horse women.
Those aren't horses, Malcolm.
Those aren't horses. Those are just women that have strange things on their hands and feet."
They have very big daddy issues.
Yeah.
Oh God.
One of the women I work with looks at me and says, "You know, Harper, I'm sick of all these pretenders out here. It's crazy how many fake cowboys there are out here." I say, "You know, everyone thinks they want a real cowboy until they find out they've got a ketamine addiction."
So you're gonna tell that joke every single time, every podcast episode, right?
Let's hear your story, Robert.
Okay. So this was my 21st birthday. Okay, let me see if I can remember a good portion of it. So this was actually a really good night, I think. So Harper, I don't know if you were there first, but you joined in at one point. We went to a Chinese place, which is good. We're just fucking like I'm just eating like fucking like shrimp fried rice and just drinking like a goddamn fish. And then I think you are there for the Chinese place, and Patrick gets basically racially profiled. We don't know Patrick. That's another story. That's another story entirely.
Isn't Patrick a white guy?
He is, but he definitely got racially profiled.
He's like Italian. There's nothing to profile. He's pasty. It's like devoid of color. What
But-
race could they possibly have mistaken him for?
No, we're gonna go for it. We're gonna keep going. Okay,
We're
so
gonna go for it.
we're gonna go for it. So I'm
You're like,
drinking.
this bit's gonna work. I swear to God,
It's gonna fucking work. We're gonna do it. I'm already fucking pretty drunk. I gotta work in the morning. Fuck you guys.
Yeah, I do too, though. So wrap it up.
Oh, fuck you. So we're drinking, we're fucking hanging out, and the Chinese place. We go and we visit our friend.
Wait,
Matt.
was it they were like profiling Patrick because it's like he was a white guy at a Chinese place, and they're like this guy's not going to like our food.
No, I mean, no. I think the point is that he liked it so much that they literally gave him more food because they realized how much he liked it. Like, literally, the waiter was just like, "Oh," and he's just like, "Yes, I love the sticky rice." And he's like, "Oh yeah."
Seinfuck does not endorse this impression of the average China man.
Yeah.
Simply. This is simply
Jerry, the Chinese
Jerry,
Jerry,
Chinese are after me, Jerry.
They want my sticky rice, Jerry.
I perfected the code, the one they didn't want anyone to know. No,
Yeah.
but so we're getting fucked up. We're drinking shots of whatever like plum wine they have there. And then like we Harper and I go and visit our friend who's working nearby at a Subway. His name was Max. Well, everyone else is grabbing drinks at the fucking Circle K nearby. I literally just fucking like pick up Harper because I'm fucking drunk as shit. And Harper's a big guy, and I wasn't at the time. I'm okay size now. But like, you know, Harper, like I fucking picked him up like he was like a fucking log I was about to toss, and then
none of this happened.
No, it did happen. 100%.
I remember going to see him at the Subway, and I remember what you're about to no doubt relate, but that didn't happen.
Okay, what? No, I picked you up. Shut the fuck up. What am I about to relate?
So I ordered a chicken bacon ranch Subway.
Right after us going to the Chinese place?
Yeah, just for the purpose of the story, I think this is the time you brought a gallon of milk into this Subway.
Oh, yeah, that's true, actually.
What do you mean you brought a gallon of milk into a Subway?
No, he's right. He's actually right.
What are you talking about?
Okay.
A gallon of milk?
I misremembered it. So
I'd like a meatball sub to go with my gallon of milk, please.
Okay. This is going into, remember the cocktail story where I mentioned?
No wonder you say you built up some muscle. You've been drinking gallons of milk. You went from
it's healthy bones, Malcolm.
He's on the Jared Fogle diet.
So I misremembered it. Okay, so Harper and I, so everyone goes to Circle K. They're picking up drinks, and then Harper and I break off after I buy a literal gallon of milk, and we're hanging out in the Subway visiting Max as he's about to get off.
Hell yeah!
At one point I pick up Harper because I'm fucking like really fucking drunk at that point, and then Harper orders a chicken bake. Go on.
Yeah, I asked for Max to put extra lettuce on there, and he's like, "Are you sure?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I love lettuce."
Fucking demolishes it.
He's like, "I'll give you." Yeah, I forget. He said he would give me something if I finished it, but he literally just dumps the entire tray of lettuce onto the sandwich.
It's like 2 pounds of lettuce on this fucking sandwich.
There's no nutrition value in Subway lettuce, by the way. It's paper for all intents and purposes.
It's paper-filled water.
It just makes you fucking sick. Like, there's nothing there.
The only thing it gives you is E. coli.
Hope you wish. You're just shitting lettuce otherwise.
I just get the lettuce on my Subway sandwiches just to to pad it out a bit.
Yeah, these days it's fashionable.
I haven't been to Subway in like 5 years.
Editor, please cut this out, please.
Sasha.
Editor, please. I don't want to look like a fool. Editor, please.
Yeah, here's what the podcast is going to end up being.
Okay. So the whole point of the segment was that we have the bad cocktails. All right, so we get back to the place I'm staying right now, which is our friend's Patrick's house. I'm renting a room there from his dad at that point, and we're just chilling in my room because we have to be like kind of quiet. I was running a D&D game at that point, and people were just showing up, people who had like played in the D&D game, or who were just like, "Hey, happy birthday!" And I felt very loved at that point. And it was even to the point where fucking a couple of friends of ours had literally driven, because this was like February, my birthday's in February, so there was like a Ren Fair going on in Arizona, and they literally drove to the Ren Fair, even though it was a weekday and they were closed. And so they were just like, they were trying to give me a present. It was incredibly sweet. And so they just stopped by a mall and grabbed me some fun stuff that I still have to this day. I love it to death.
It's bullshit that Ren Fair was closed.
It's so funny. Like I wish they had said something. It was like, yeah, the Ren Fair's not open on the weekday.
It's total bullshit.
It's total bullshit. But okay, so the cocktail of the hour was something I call tequileche. Malcolm, what is tequileche? If you were gonna give a guess.
I would assume that it's a mole-based cocktail.
Like mole, like a stewed like broth
Li-
thing.
Like
Or-
you know how like mole's like kind of got like a chocolate element to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I assume this cocktail has a chocolate center to it, whatever.
So you're wrong. Incorrect.
Well, oh, great. Just like you were incorrect about when the Ren Fair was open.
Exactly. I didn't go to the Ren Fair. They did. Okay,
Yeah.
so tequileche is literally just tequila with a milk chaser,
I know what you're thinking. That doesn't sound right.
and it's good. Fucking good. I will defy any of our listeners at home to try it and realize, oh, tastes like horchata. This eliminates any bad taste of the tequila whatsoever. And they're gonna tell me I'm gross and disgusting, and they can go fuck themselves.
There's a good amount of people that simply don't understand. Someone got Robert to try this.
It was David because he did it as okay. So context: it was David who originally did it as a joke, thinking I'd vom, and then it ended up being good.
I no longer chase drinks. I just want to feel miserable, just like how I do with my everyday life. While normal people would have a chaser and like a joint after work or a nice cocktail or a beer, I instead do nothing and go to sleep at 9:30.
Well, it's 11 o'clock now, so you're breaking the mold.
Yeah, I was forced into this though.
Yeah, like most things.
Yeah, I've never done anything consensually. It's part of my character.
Oh, jeez. No, but the whole point of the fucking story is that I had tequila with a milk chaser, something that your brother Malcolm and I agree on. I just want to point that out.
My brother's a milk feed. He loves his milk.
I'm a milk boy. I'm
2%.
no full milk or nothing. Shit, you can go fuck yourself.
I mean, I guess you can tell that I haven't drank a lot of traditional milk, if you will.
Yeah. Malcolm has some very weak bones.
No, my bones are so strong that they were like, please, give mercy, please. So I had
So
to
you
cut
had
back.
to take it back a little bit. Okay, yeah.
I had to take it back. I was just chugging so much milk. I was like,
Yeah,
with milk.
definitely. But no, the whole point of the story is that I got shit faced on tequila with a milk chaser, passed out in a bathtub as like a bunch of people showed up and were wishing me happy birthday. And I never saw them because I was just literally no one could find me, like your friend who's like our friend Matthew, who must not be named, knock on wood, was stuck in the bathroom. I basically did the same thing, but people were just showing up and wishing me happy birthday, and they never saw me. And then Harper got driven home by his mom, and then I chased after him like fucking blackout drunk.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, I did. You literally didn't see me. You guys kept on driving after because I was so drunk. I had my phone in my hand, and for some reason I thought I handed you my phone, and I thought I left my phone with you for whatever reason, and so I literally ran from where I was staying all the way to like the main road, and you guys never saw me once.
That's pretty funny.
It was really funny, yeah.
I like that. I like how everyone's just like, oh, that's pretty funny.
Yeah.
It didn't laugh. He was just like, oh, yeah, I found some amusement in that
Yeah,
story.
that was. I like your misery.
Let me paint you fellas a picture. You're walking along a steamy jungle trail, right? And you hear a hissing, a sliding sound, as if rocks on some grate of porcelain, right? And you look down, right? You see this image I'm about to share with you.
I mean, I like the rocks on porcelain description. I would say.
Yes, I'm sure you're titillated by my description already and can't wait to see what I'm about to forward you.
No, I actually like unironically I am. I'm a little concerned.
Keep going.
All right, well, the image is not on Google anymore, but I want you to imagine. I want you to imagine a snake in the shape of a dinner plate.
All right.
This is the Boo Viper. Thank you, everybody. Have a great night.
What was it?
Thank you.
Oh, fuck you! Come on! I thought you were setting up for a frog bit. I thought you were going in to be like, and this is how you drink
Bringing
frog.
up frog, like, you know, it's the snake and the frog.
That's how
like,
powerful the marketing for Frog is that I told you a completely unrelated story, and your mind has instantly transferred to the potency, the power, the thirst-quenching liquid warmth of Frog.
Jerry, he's talking about frog again.
Ever since George got into that multi-level marketing scheme about frog, he's never shut up.
It's not a scheme. It's not a scheme. It's not a scheme. Because I can actually show you the frog. You can actually drink it.
I am making money on this product. This is not a multi-level marketing thing.
Jerry, listen. George, he's been taking courses with that guy who wrote The Art of the Deal, Donald Trump. He's starting to sound like him. He's talking about the frog, Jerry, he's talking.
Kramer? Jerry? I'm gay.
Gay for what? Gay for what?
I'm gay for frog.
Oh my God, Jerry.
That's the credit sequence. It's literally the credit sequence of him just like holding a can of frog. Malcolm needs his
rivet. I think that's a good ending.
No, I mean that is a good ending, but you still haven't had a segment there, Malcolm. Just saying.
You can just say my segment was. Well, I mean, I could do it.
No, we can do it fucking tomorrow if you like. But I'm just saying that's a good fucking ending. Boom, boom, boom.
We did our gay segments. We might as well.
Let's be real. I did do the Patrick Bateman monologue 3 times in this episode.
Let's just get your segment in, Malcolm.
Yeah, why not? Like, you know, what are the viewers the listeners gonna think?
What would they
think? Where was Malcolm's segment?
They're gonna say that I'm the monologuist of a generation.
Okay,
that's true. They will say that.
Yeah, they'll say that. Yeah, and they'll be like, "Can he say words properly?"
He said Luciana or something like that.
Even though, monologist is the word I was going to say properly.
Yes.
I know that word.
Yeah, and just like, you just go like, American Gardens Building on West 81st Street. My name is Patrick Bateman. I'm 26 years old.
Stop.
That was excellent. That was excellent.
Okay, cut it. I'm done.